Do you want your self-respect back? Learn to set good boundaries by using the acronym FAST. My name is Tyler Klein. I run a mental health practice called Archangel Catholic, and I want to make sure you've got the tips and skills you need to have a strong mental health game so you can become a saint. F is the first letter of the FAST acronym, and it stands for fairness. You need to make sure your boundaries are fair and validate both parties' emotions. If you always give other people what they need and never consider what you need in that, it's not real charity. At the same time, you can't be self-serving. That's not charity either, obviously. So when you set a boundary, make sure you're validating and being compassionate to both parties. If your boundary is an all or nothing, it's all them or all you, rather a lack of boundaries, all them, and your boundaries only about you, then that's wrong. Your boundary has to be fair to both parties. So make sure you have F in mind, fairness. A stands for apology, or rather, no apologies. Do not apologize or overly apologize and say sorry when you're setting boundaries. It means nothing. When you apologize for everything and setting a boundary, you're undermining your self-authority in the situation. You're also undermining your dignity in God. So just reframe things to have a stronger, more confident stance. So don't say, I'm sorry, can I talk to you for a minute? Say, do you have a moment to talk? Take sorry out of it. Take the tone out. Make it a confident question. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, I wish I could go out tonight. I just can't do that. I'm super sorry. It would have been fun. Say, I can't tonight. I need to stay home and do some things. How about next week? So when you set a boundary, think about F, be fair to both parties, and think about A, no apologies. Just say what it is and don't apologize. And that creates a sense of respect for both parties going through the whole situation. So A stands for apologies, or rather, no apologies. The S means stick to your values. When you're setting boundaries, make sure they reflect your values in your life. And our gospel gives us our values. Compassion, truthfulness, honoring God, honoring neighbor, honoring our family and our parents. Stick to those. And if you consistently stick to those values, people will respect you even if they don't have the same values. And you'll start to respect yourself. So if an invitation of some kind or some need of someone else would interfere with your ability to live out a value, even if it's good, say no and say why. I can't go do that thing because I have to be home for this family thing or this whatever may be. If it's gonna be against your values, obviously definitely say no there. But if you stick to your values, people will respect that and you'll respect yourself. So when you're setting boundaries, make sure they're fair, there are no apologies within them, and they stick to your values. Consistently do that, you're going to start getting self-respect. T stands for truthfulness. Christ was truth itself, and he spoke it with compassion. So when you're truthful in your boundaries, you do not need to be harsh, ever. For example, if somebody invites you out and you want to stay home and rest, don't say, nah, I can't do it tonight. That's rejecting. That is harsh. People don't understand why. Instead say, I have to stay home and rest. I've had a really long week, and if I don't, I'm going to crash tomorrow, so I'm going to have to say no. That's compassionate. That's saying, there's something outside of you as a person. It's not a rejection of you. I'm just going to be truthful. I got to stay home. That builds respect. It's honest. Avoid harshness when you speak truth. But on the other end of it, don't lie in a search for compassion. So don't say, oh, something came up, I can't go. That's a lie, and it's going to erode your self-respect, and it'll eventually be revealed, and you're going to lose respect with others. Instead, just say, I've had a really long day, and I have to go home and rest and take care of myself. Thank you for the invite, though. It's that easy. Be truthful. Always speak the truth. Avoid harshness, and never lean into lies to be soft. Truthfulness. Now, using the FAST acronym, F-A-S-T, fairness, no apologies, stick to your values, and truthfulness. If you can make sure your boundaries have all four of those qualities, you're going to learn to have a much more structured, safe life. You're going to build respect for yourself, and people are going to respect you, and you're going to be showing respect to them. So make sure you always take a boundary and put it through that acronym, that framework, and you're going to have healthy, strong boundaries that are going to have what they need to protect your life and protect the lives of other people. At Archangel Catholic, we believe that you need the mindset, the understanding, the tools, the tips and tricks for a strong mental health game so that you can become a saint. God doesn't want you to just bear a cross without healing. He gives you crosses, but there's a lot in your life that healing is something he wants to give you for, including your mental health. So, if you need deeper help, if this kind of thing isn't enough, please seek out a professional. Find a good Catholic counselor in your area or reach out to us at archangelcatholic.com. Now, when you're setting boundaries, you may start to feel some negative things, some emotions that are hard to handle. We've got a video on that about how to notice, name, and tame these emotions and to tamp them down and make them easier to manage. I'll put a card in the corner. Please like and subscribe. Share this with anybody else you think who may use this sort of information well in their life. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.